Lot's daughters. We come without a name to our faces. We lived in Sodom. It was such a wicked city. One evening, our father saw two unusual men walking towards Sodom gates. He requested them to come and refresh and shelter in our house, but they told him they wanted to spend the night in the town square. My father would not have it, and so he pressed them until they agreed to come to our home. After a lot of entertaining and feeding our guests, we got ready to get a good night's sleep. Suddenly, the men of the city, the men of Sodom, both young and old, all the people to the last man, surrounded our house. They asked our father to bring out the men in our house so they could lay with them. Our father went out, locked the door behind him, and pleaded with the men not to act in such a wicked manner. Instead, our father offered to give us his daughters to be raped and mistreated by the men of Sodom in whatever manner that pleased them. He offered us up, knowing we were virgins, having known no man. We had not known any man. We had also been engaged to be married. Our father did his best to protect his visitors, but was ready to just throw us out to these wicked men. God, our Father in heaven, had mercy on us and saved us. These initial guests, they pulled our father back into the house when the men of Sodom started threatening him, and they were just about to break our house door. These guests, they struck with blindness all the men that were at our door. That is how they saved our entire family. These were no ordinary men. They were angels sent by God to destroy our wicked city. They asked our father, pick everyone and leave the city immediately. They had a sense of urgency. We were slow in responding to the urgent request to leave the town. In fact, we were engaged to be married. And when our husbands-to-be were asked to go with us, they thought it was all a joke. Our fiancés chose to stay behind instead of going with us. The angels took us all by hand and dragged us out of the city, our mother and father, and we, their daughters. Yes, we had a mother. Her story even shorter than ours, a life cut short. We were instructed to go all the way to Zoar, a city our father requested we go to because it was nearer. We were also told not to look back or stop until we got to Zoar. When we got to Zoar, God rained sulfur and fire from heaven on Sodom and Gomorrah. And a tragic thing happened to us. Our mother looked back. She disobeyed God's instructions and she turned into a pillar of salt. We were left with our father alone. We were so afraid that we moved into caves and lived there. One day, we talked about our future as daughters in the family of 3, and 2 sisters. We decided to sleep with our father so that we could have children by him. He was not part of this discussion. In our reasoning, we were the only ones left on earth, and we saw that our father was getting old. We made our father drunk and took turns to sleep with him on separate days. Our father did not know any of this. We got pregnant by our father. This is how the Ammonites and the Moabites came about. The firstborn daughter, got a son, Moab, the father of the Moabites. And the second-born daughter got a son, Ben-Ammi, the father of the Ammonites. Just a little about the Ammonites in Deuteronomy chapter 2, verse 19. Shows God's heart for the people of Ammon, the Ammonites. God clearly instructed the Israelites not to harass or contend with the Ammonites. God would also not give the land of the Ammonites over to the Israelites. Their land was given to the sons of Lot as a possession to the sons of Lot. God actually destroyed the people of Rephaim who were living in the land before the Ammonites took it over. And this enabled the Ammonites to dispossess them and live in this land. This is our story. We are the daughters of Lot.